Hello guys, today I'll be reviewing The Send the Sentence by Trivium. I think this is one of their best albums, definitely top 3 for me personally. Now they do have What the Dead Men Say coming out soon, and because of that I figured, hey, why not review one of their other albums? And I will review What the Dead Men Say, so make sure to keep an eye out for that review. But before I dive into the review, I do want to show you what merch I have during this album cycle. I got this tote bag and this box set. I remember pre-ordering this on their online store and just being really excited to get it in the mail because I was so intrigued by what came with the box set. But yeah, if you see it for a decent price somewhere, definitely get it if you're a collector for Trivium. But I am pretty sure it's no longer available on their online store. But anyways, let's go ahead and dive into the album. The album starts off with the title track, The Send the Sentence. And Matt said in a Kerrang interview that this song is about modern day witch hunts. Now this song was of course the first single, and I just remember being just left in awe during that first listen. I remember really loving it and just listening to it a lot, repeatedly, and maybe like during the night when it came out, or maybe I started listening to it multiple times in the morning. But either way, definitely a highlight on the album for me personally. I've always really loved the solo, maybe one of my favorite solos on the album. But of course, when this song came out, I remember people saying, oh yeah, the screams are back, and a lot of people were stoked for the song and the album, and for good reason. It's a really good song and not a bad choice for a single. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next song, Beyond Oblivion. And with this song, I remember when the album came out, it was one of my favorites on the album, and today, it's still one of my favorites. It's a strong song in general, musically, and the songwriting is just on point. And I also really like the backing vocals that you get in this song too. But yeah, there's a lot to like with this song, and I can see why it would be a fan favorite on the album for sure. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to the next song, Other Worlds. Now, this song has never been one of my personal favorites, but what always stood out to me the most in the song was Matt Heafy's vocals. You can really feel the emotion and power in his voice throughout the song, such as in the chorus. But yeah, Other Worlds, again, not one of my personal favorites, but I do like it though. Then we move on to the next single, or the next song, The Heart From Your Hate. It was the second single, and it was more straightforward musically, and it was more radio friendly. And I remember liking it when it came out. I wasn't in love with it compared to the last single, but I still remember enjoying it, and I remember it getting better with each listen. But today, I'll admit I don't listen to it as much as other songs on the album, but it's not a bad choice for a single, and it's still a solid song in general. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to Betrayer. Now, I believe the song was either nominated or it won some sort of award. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But congrats to Trivium for that, of course. But yeah, definitely a highlight on the album. And I don't know, it's hard to choose who shines the most in this song, specifically, for sure. I mean, everyone is just really giving it 100%. And you can actually hear the bass, which you cannot always hear in modern rock or modern metal, at least nowadays. So hearing the bass in a song like this, definitely a plus. But yeah, Betrayer, absolutely love this song. The middle section, easily one of my favorite middle sections on the album. But yeah, Betrayer, definitely an excellent song. And now we move on to the Wretchedness Inside, which was originally a demo that Matt Heafy ghostwrited for a different band. I can't remember the name of the band off the top of my head, but that band ended up not using the song, so Trivium decided to re-record this song, and yeah, glad they did. It's definitely a great song. I love the aggression and the verses with the vocals, and you also get some pretty mean riffs too. And then you have the chorus, which I think is pretty catchy too. It has a catchy rhythm too. And Wretchedness aside, it's not one of my personal favorites nowadays, but I still do go back to it sometimes. Again, a solid song, especially if you're a fan of the heavier side of Trivium. But yeah, definitely a great song on the album. But next we have Endless Night, which is maybe the most commercial sounding song on the album, but I don't know. During that first listen, I thought it was super catchy, and I still think it's super catchy now. I mean, I'm not surprised it was released as a single. Definitely a good decision on their part, in my opinion, because the song is definitely one of those songs that can maybe get stuck in your head, maybe specifically the chorus. But yeah, I don't know, a good balance of melody and heaviness, and I also think Matt Heafy's vocals throughout the song are pretty solid. Maybe one of his high points on the album, maybe. That's maybe arguable, but Endless Night, either way, super catchy song, and I still love it today. I still go back to it sometimes. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to Sever the Hand. Oh man, I still remember my first listen of this song. I mean, definitely a fond memory for sure, because if you don't know, I am a fan of some prog metal and prog rock. I am a fan of bands like Dream Theater, Fate's Warning, Queensryche, Rush, yes, and some others. But yeah, I absolutely love this song. I absolutely love the middle section where they just go straight thrash right at the start of the middle section, and just seeing the multiple rhythms / tempo changes throughout that middle section. And it's one of those songs that just proves how amazing Alex Bent is as a drummer. And I'm still glad that he's a part of Trivium. I mean, from what we've heard so far with this new album, he still sounds excellent. He still gives it his all, and definitely one of Trivium's best drummers. Him and Travis are my personal favorite drummers with Trivium. But yeah, Alex Bent, I hope they never fire him. I mean, Trivium, please keep him. Alex Bent, definitely a god behind the drum kit. But yeah, Sever the Hand, definitely a highlight on the album for me. I still go back to it sometimes. But yeah, Sever the Hand, great song. But now we have the next song, Beauty in the Sorrow. And like Other Worlds, it was not one of my favorites, and it's still not one of my favorites today, but it's still a great song. I mean, I don't have much to say, but either way, it is still a solid song. I do like the guitar work in this song. I think Corey's riffs might stand out the most to me in this song for me, but yeah. Beauty in the Sorrow, again, not one of my personal favorites, but I do like it though. But then we're going to go ahead and move on to The Revanchist. Maybe one of my top 3 favorite songs on the album, but that's maybe a tough call, because it can be tough to pick favorites on this album, or at least maybe top 3 or top 5 songs on the album, or something like that, or anything in that nature. But yeah, The Revanchist, a more proggy / technical song on the album, and I still absolutely love it. Both the vocals and the music, I love the technical aspect of it. But yeah, The Revanchist, definitely a great song. But now I'm going to go ahead and move on to finally the album closer, Thrown into the Fire. This song is just musically aggressive. The riffs are just in your face, and the aggression is just non-stop, and the song just does not let up with the heaviness. But yeah, Thrown into the Fire, absolutely love this song. It's definitely a great way to close off the album. But those are my thoughts on the songs. If I had to rate the album, I'd have to give it probably a 9 out of 10. I think back then when the album came out, I probably gave it a 9 out of 10 too. But yeah, I still stand by my score, 9 out of 10. Again, definitely one of their best albums. And yeah, every time I listen to certain songs on the album, I always still get excited, still get pumped. But anyways, let me know your thoughts on the album. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Is it one of your favorite Trivium albums? And all that good stuff. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave a comment and a like. Subscribe. Have a nice day, and take care.